Hi, my name's Emma. I'm a certified Dubsado specialist, and in today's video, I want to take you through how to manage your calendar in Dubsado and how to integrate an external calendar with Dubsado. So let's get started. So in your Dubsado calendar, you have different appointments that are going to show up that are scheduled through Dubsado, like appointments that are scheduled through a scheduler template, project start dates, things like that. So we're going to break these down so you understand what each one is. So in this calendar right now, I do not have an external calendar integrated yet. So these are just events that are project related or they're appointment schedulers. So the schedulers are going to show up in green in your calendar. So you can see I have 2 appointments here. So if I click this one, when you open it, you can see all the details. What date, what time. If I had video conferencing, it would show up here. At the top, you can reschedule the appointment or cancel the appointment. And your client can also do this if those are set inside of the reminders for the scheduler. You can also click this and it'll take you to the project that scheduler is under. So if I open it again, I can see the details and I can make changes and reschedule. So the green events in your calendar are going to be appointment schedulers. The blue ones are project dates, but they're at lead stage, and the black ones are also project dates, but at a job stage. So that's someone that's already your client. They've gone through the process of, signing a contract, paying an invoice, whatever it is that makes them a client in your pipeline. So they would be in your projects, they would show up under jobs and not under leads. So if I click on this, I can open it and it'll take me to the project that has this date. So to change the project date, you're simply going to click here under this date and it'll pop up. And so that's the date of the project. I can make it, not all day. I can make it hourly. Like for instance, I have VIP days. I mark myself as busy all day because I don't want to have people booking appointments with me on that day because my focus is on one client that day. If I had a project that was just a couple of hours long, I could set that here and then mark myself as busy so that the rest of the day I'm available for appointments. It's completely up to you. You set yourself as available, busy. Just keep in mind that if you mark yourself as available, people can double book during that time. So the same goes for this job. If I click on it, it's going to take me to the project. I can open that date and I can make whatever changes I want, remove the all day, keep the all day, set available, busy, all of that can be done inside the project. So the other thing that shows up in your calendar are these tasks. And these are not to-dos that are assigned through workflows. These are tasks that you assign to a project in Dubsado. I honestly don't use these tasks. I use another software for tasks, but if you manage your tasks in Dubsado, they would show up here in your calendar, so it's a nice way to see everything all together. And same as projects, you can remove the all day and set a specific time when that task is due, and that'll show up in your calendar. The other thing that will show up in your calendar are when payments are due for a specific invoice. So you can see here it says invoice 1, that's the number of the invoice. And if I click on it and I scroll down, I can see that I have a due date here for $50. And then this August 8th will also show up in the calendar if I go back to it. So for each installment of the invoice that has a due date assigned to it, that's not a TBD, that due date is going to show up in your Dubsado calendar. So how do you add an external calendar? You basically just go to calendar settings and you click sync calendar and you go through the motions to integrate the calendar that you want with Dubsado. Just keep in mind that Dubsado can only check availability for one calendar. So if you have multiple calendars, what I've seen people do is consolidate all those calendars under one Google Calendar and then sync that calendar with Dubsado. So once your calendar is synced, you can come in here and you can see that this calendar is synced and you click link calendar, and here you have the option to import your external calendar events into Dubsado's calendar and also to export Dubsado's events to your external calendar, which is what I do. That way, if I have an appointment in Dubsado, it'll show up in my Gmail calendar, and that's the calendar that I'm looking at all day. It's what's on my phone, it's what's I have open on my desktop, so I want to make sure that what I have set in Dubsado is showing up in Gmail. But this is a personal preference. You can choose either of these options, whichever works for you. So once I do that, you can see that everything that I have is showing up here. So in my Gmail calendar, I actually have a lot of different colors. I have business things in blue, personal things in purple, other things in green and pink. All of those colors disappear and it becomes this sort of orange color in Dubsado. So everything that comes in from your external calendar is going to show up in orange in Dubsado. There's no way to differentiate all the different tags or things that you may have in your external calendar. To Dubsado, it's just all under one. It's just all external, and that's that. And there is no way to change all of these colors, by the way. So as with a lot of calendars, you can change the views to weekly, daily, and if you have an external calendar and you only want to see like your appointments, you just click events, and then all you're going to see are the different appointments that you have. Everything else will disappear. Project dates, invoices, all of that's gone. It's just the appointments that are going to show up over here. So let's say you didn't want to use your external calendar in Dubsado. I'm just going to remove it and I'm going to revoke it. So it's gone now and I'm back to the way it was. So how do you set your availability? So that's going to depend on the schedulers that you use. So in each scheduler, you can set your availability. So let's go to a discovery call just to use this as an example. Let's say you didn't want to meet with people from 9 to 5 every day, Monday through Friday. You say like Tuesdays, I have something else going on. I don't want to meet with people on Tuesdays. You're simply going to remove it and then you're going to click all Tuesdays. Or you could do it for a single date. Like if I change this and I say, no, I'm not available from 9 to 5. That day I have something very specific. I'm only available on July 20th. That wouldn't change the 9 to 5 for all other Wednesdays, only for that day. So you can manage your availability this way. As you can see, it's pretty manual. You would have to do it for every single scheduler that you manage. You would constantly have to come in here and tweak things depending on what your availability is for a day, for a week. But this is one way to do it if you're not using an external calendar and you just want to manage your availability in Dubsado. I'm hoping there will be kind of like overall availability as an option in the future, something like what Calendly uses. That would kind of help if you're not using an external calendar. But what I personally do is I manage everything in Gmail, like I said before. So certain things that are in my calendar, I actually mark those as free because they're kind of like a placeholder for me to do certain things like marketing tasks, things like that in my business. But I want people to be able to book time there if they wanted to, because that can flex in my schedule. So I hope this was helpful so you can see how different events and things show up in the Dubsado calendar and how you can manage your external calendar with Dubsado. If you need help setting up Dubsado for your business, I offer full Dubsado setups where we together figure out what your client process looks like, and I translate that into workflows and assets in Dubsado so that you can automate a lot of the tasks in your business. If you're already using Dubsado but you need help with form design or updating workflows and things like that, I offer a VIP day where I offer Dubsado support. So if you need help with Dubsado, feel free to book a call using the link below and we can chat about what you need help with and how I can offer support. So I'll see you next time.